You record?
I did. What you got though?
Okay. Keep it recording. I forgot to put back on airplane mode. My bad. Sorry.
Welcome back to your favorite Tuesday Guilty Pleasure. It is the Queens with the Queens Takeover Podcast. What? Are they back again? What happened? What? It is the quartet back again. Maybe we'll sing. You think? Oh.
I know the unnatural.
Welcome, fam. Look, QT fam, we love y'all so much, and we thank you for your amazing and continued support. Thank you for chiming in with us down in the comments, for sharing, for liking, for subscribing. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube and our Instagram and our Facebook, if you're not following, subscribing, and sharing, what are you doing with your life? I'm saying,
Just get into it. Get
together. Please take a moment to share. Send this to someone in their inbox. And again, if you have not followed us, like or share, help us to reach our goal. We want to make it to 100, at least 100. And you know what? We're going to challenge 100 in 1 month. Thank you. We need a 1 month challenge. Let's make it to 100. And y'all can help us do that. With that being said, Queens, are y'all back or what? Are they back?
We are back.
We are back.
We are back. I said I'm reining back.
We up in here. She's like, we're here. They talking about side conversation. I'll take care of my sister. Y'all is back. Y'all is back. We ran that thing back. We out in these podcasts in the streets once again. Have y'all been enjoying like visiting and whatnot?
I have loved it. I just feel so at home.
Right.
We feel like we were meant to be here, right?
It was divine.
Yeah.
It was.
See, what's been going on with you in your life, man? What's going on?
I don't know what season we in right now. It's hot and it's cold. It's cold. It's hot. So we just trying to go with the. See, I got long sleeves. She got short.
I got a sweater.
Yeah. So we all temperatures right now, but
We hot, we cold.
We hot and cold. We love Jesus. Amen. So,
Wait, look, we're not hot and cold about that.
We don't look that.
We're certain about that. We might not know what the heck it is in season, but we know we love us some Jesus. That part. Listen, I got some great topics for us today. I got a lot of questions. It's like random question day, but like not random because like the Lord is like really giving me these. But like, are y'all ready?
I think
like,
so.
Totally.
Okay, y'all like, is it just me or is it like being an adult? Sometimes it's like hard, right?
Very.
Like,
Being an adult. What is the one thing in your life that you felt when it comes to adults and you just want to say, God, get somebody else to do it? Bills.
Yeah. Bills. Took the words right out of my mouth.
My bills.
hey, we not promoting.
No.
I was for real. Can you pay my bills? You don't want to pay those things. Okay, so y'all said bills.
Yeah.
Everybody's in agreement. In unison.
Yeah.
We in unison on the bills.
Yes.
Is there something else?
Hmm.
Did we harmonize on that? Okay, so why y'all are thinking? Y'all remember when we was kids? Okay, maybe it was just me. I was like, I can't wait to get grown and get out on my own. But when you did that, you didn't realize that they came with like real life adult stuff like bills.
Yeah.
And adult people problems.
Yes.
So like, what's that thing right now in the last year or two that you like, God, get somebody else to do it?
Right.
I think just all the responsibility.
Yes.
You know, that when you're a kid, you wake up, you go to school, and I mean, you just have fun.
You don't turn off now like that. Because you
And
ain't paying down here.
Yeah, as an adult now, it's just like
Cut off all those
responsibility.
lights.
Responsibility. Yeah, just one after another. And, you know, I would love to have those carefree days back.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Making choices.
Right.
My God.
And I think it's really supposed to be that way. Where we trust in God and it is supposed to be carefree.
Oh.
But adulting is hard.
Then we done messed up somewhere. If that's it, we done missed it.
Right.
Somewhere we was like, adulting meant you have to be stressed out all the time. And hating to wake up to go to work, and oh God, who said it's Monday morning? We missed it if that's what we're supposed to be. You done gave us like a whole word.
Right.
She's taking collection.
For my bills.
Please don't donate nothing less than $20. Please. Okay, so we said bills, we said responsibility. I would say adult relationships sometimes. Sometimes adult relationships are so different than when we were younger.
Right.
When kids get mad at each other, they be mad for 2.2 seconds. They be like, I'm sorry, be my friend. Are you a friend? And that's it. These adult relationships be like, Lord, the drama and the hashing out, but the growing up to. There's a beauty in it. But the adult relationships versus the ones when we were little are so very different. I watch kids. When kids get upset with each other, they are mad. But then when others realize they mad, they be like, oh, don't cry, Charlie, and give a hug, and it's all good.
It's all good.
Let's go play.
Yeah.
Let's go play. They're sucking on the same person. Why we not like that? Do you think it's so much more ego and pride as adults than children?
I'm gonna have to agree. It's hard
And
to
we learn
make
to
it
carry. Yeah, we learn to carry things.
Yeah.
We want to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody told us we were entitled to be right all the time.
Yeah.
So we don't want to give up our need to be right.
Yeah.
They lied to us.
Lie.
Lie from the pit of hell.
Lie. Lie. I would say for me, it's just making choices, no matter if it's small or big. When you're a kid, the choice is already made for you. You just have to walk into them. Ooh, that was a word.
Right.
You hear me?
That was a word.
Sermon.
But yeah, making choices. It's like, oh, I want to be adult so I can pick what I want, but it comes with a cost.
It's like a baby my own decision.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't want this. But shall I go? Shall I not go? Do I have money for that? No, I don't have money for that.
Right.
Should I eat that extra piece of cake? Or shall I not?
I feel attacked. They don't understand why, but I'm feeling attacked right now because I do want another piece of cake. I'm not
When you're a kid, you're not thinking about shall I not.
Kids don't get it. Eat the cake out of
Eat the cake, right?
We all over the place.
Right. Yeah. So making choices, little, big, or small. It's just.
That was a good one right there.
That is good.
Because, okay, have y'all done this yet? Hi, Mama, because I know you're watching. You know I've done this. I done made that phone call, like when I was out there, and I done lived a little bit on my own, because I've been on my own since I was 17. I made a phone call to my mama one day, and I was like, oh, y'all, apology. All them times when I didn't understand why y'all was fussing about the lights and why you the ones going out the refrigerator, and you only be hanging around that person, like you think your parents either just don't want you to have fun.
Right.
They're old fogies and they don't know that they not with it what's going on today.
Right.
They just hate everybody. I'm like my friends. Your parents was trying to save you
Yes,
from shit's
trying.
neck.
Right.
Because these streets don't care.
Right.
Who
Mama
lied
love
and said
you.
these streets love you? These streets
They
ain't
don't
loyal.
love you.
They done told y'all these streets ain't loyal. They are not loyal. And it was a lot our parents was trying to save us from. Did they always go about it the right way when they tell us no?
Absolutely not.
Mama, daddy, sister, brother. No, they did not. I didn't always go about it the right way with my kids. The thing is they were really trying to save us because I made that phone call and I was like, oh, y'all
I'm
apologies.
so sorry. Won't say much.
Have y'all made them calls and make them apologies? Or have the moments when you're like, I think I need to talk.
I think I did around 20, 21. I had 2 kids by then, so
The kids had you like, Mama,
They
you
had me
know what?
shook.
I owe you so much.
Shook.
love.
Shook.
She said, sure.
Where the money coming from?
No. What about you?
Oh yeah. Now I said, Mama, I'm sorry right now.
I'm sorry. She's
Yeah, because I mean, I just thought I knew so much, you know. And in hindsight, didn't know a thing. Wasn't even wet behind the ears. And so, yeah, you know, I make that call constantly. Because I remember I was counting days. I can't wait till I get out of the house. I have 2,036 days and 2 minutes and seconds. Honey, closer it got to zero. That little calendar went away. That little chart went away. I ain't ready. So I appreciate, the lessons that they taught me and the things in hindsight. So much wisdom was given and passed down, that we can pass to the next if they'll listen.
Yeah.
And take heed.
That's it.
How you?
Huh?
How you do?
Did you? You called your mama and told her?
Oh, that part. Oh.
Mama Martha, chime in. Did you do it?
Yes, I have several times. About a lot of things she would say. One quote she would say, and I didn't understand it when I was a kid. She goes, and she told me this right when I left for college. Remember this: no one owes you anything.
Yeah.
No one owes you anything. Thank you, Mom. That is just it keeps right. I always tell her, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
That's real right there.
Yeah.
Even if they owe you, they don't owe you nothing.
Right.
They don't owe you nothing, child.
It seems like our world has become a world of entitlement.
Big time. Especially over here in Western world. Western world.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a tough one.
It was.
Western world. It's because we have so much, and this is rotten. Rotten.
Spoiled kids.
Rotten at this point. Yeah.
I wonder if God is like spoiled kids.
Spoiled.
I think so. Yeah.
Y'all is spoiled. Did you see? You asking me for something else? Did I get a thank you for the last thing?
Right.
Because I remember days. I'm sorry, sons, if y'all go watch it, like, why we got to be the example? Love you. I remember days when it was like, it felt like my children were never appreciative of anything. How much more can I do with you not appreciating that? Like, are we the same way?
We are.
Not just with God, Holy Spirit, how we with our relationship with people, our husbands, our boyfriends, our mothers, our siblings, even kids, your friends, your co-workers. Like, are we like that? Self-inventory moment for real.
I think we talked on another episode about how that it's never enough. You never feel satisfied. You always want more and more, and then you start making the people in your lives feel unappreciated.
Yeah.
You mess up and rip
Right.
those relationships
Right.
because of our own selfishness.
Yeah.
Who told us keeping up with the Joneses was the thing to do?
That's good.
That part.
That part,
You brought up something in the 3 episodes ago that we did. We've been recording together for a minute, y'all. You brought up culture, like today's society and culture. So I want to ask y'all, with culture now being about almost gimme, like the more you do, the more you post, the more pictures, the more you have, the more lavish your life is, the more brands you have, the more vacations you take, the more followers you get, the more likes you get, the more likes, the more brands, the more money. It's just more.
More.
It's just more. See how you just did? That is just how much we probably need to turn off social media sometimes, but that is where our minds are being programmed to. So much so, even though you want to consume more content, some people want less of it, so you got to give them less. Some people won't make it longer, you got to give them more. It's the never-ending story.
Right.
And we're never satisfied. And just when you learn one thing, here comes a thread. Because Twitter.
Yeah.
So it's just like always something. So what are y'all thoughts on the constant rat race of social media and the effect that it can have in our lives? What are y'all thoughts on that?
The phrase that comes to me when you said that was more. I think it was, as the pastor would say, profit biggie, biggest smalls. More money, more problems.
More money, more problems.
More followers, more you gotta put up. More this, more that. If you want this more, are you willing to do this more? And it's just like that vicious cycle of you do this more, then I expect this more. And so it's just, it's exhausting. It's so exhausting. So take a break. Take a break. Take a restful break and be like, do I really need to do? Do I really want to do? Do I need to take a break? Should I take sabbatical? Should I take 3 months away and just stow away from myself? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. But that's what I would say.
I love that answer. It's a sabbatical for me. What are y'all thoughts?
I love social media in a way. And I'm good for taking a good old sabbatical, sometimes for like almost a year. But with that also comes that guilty feeling of not showing up for people who need it.
Yeah.
So it's like you take the sabbatical, you come back, you found out you lost followers. And then it's like, dang, I let so and so down. Then you start up again, then you come back. But I agree with C. Like, no matter what, it's still important to take a sabbatical from social media because we get lost in, especially if you're not being intentional when you're on social media.
That part.
You get lost in scrolling, in comparisons, and then thinking you have to have more, and you got to go on more vacations, and you got to have a man like this, and your kids need to be this way. So it is important to take a step back and be like, okay, if I am posting or I am sharing, what am I doing it for?
Yeah, there you go. I was thinking that when you were talking, it's the motive. It's that motive check-in. Because even if you know going into it, if you don't constantly keep that why, that motive, that purpose before you, it could change in a moment because you'll be doing good at your 3 posts a week because it's consistent and it's from the heart and it's everything it needs to be. And then you mess up and go look at Jackie page and be like, ooh, I should probably post more. So now you posting to keep up with Jackie, not because maybe you should, but because you're trying to keep up with Jackie. Ooh, Jackie went on vacation again. Baby, why we don't take no vacation? Now, okay, you done brought up a whole issue in your relationship because Jackie on the beach again. You know what I mean? So then he like, I mean, we can go on vacation. Jackie on her 3rd one this month. Baby, I just don't feel like you tended to my knee. Huh? Where that come from? You know what I'm saying? I think social media is so amazing, but it's a fine line between social and reality.
Yeah.
And social reality.
Right.
It's like reality TV shows.
Yeah.
They ain't been real reality since the real world first season. That is how social media reality is so different than real world life.
Yeah.
Because I know people, you go look at their posts and they got that. I'm talking about, I know people that's like out there. And their posts be like, okay, I see you, boo. And then they call me and be like, girl, pray. See, what's wrong? So and so such and such. Did you just go? You better stop believing everything you see. I've been out of their mouths. Yeah. And if I'm gonna keep it honest, one post had me jealous like a mug. Because they had bought their significant other the same matching Mercedes that they had. Meanwhile, I'm catching Via. Via, for those that don't know, is a public transportation. I was like, God, what am I doing with my life? Like, I'm trying, I'm doing all this. And then I get a call from them, which wasn't nobody but God to say, can you pray? And I was like, you must stop believing everything you see. Because then they went on to say, well, you know how hard I have to work to pay for both of those. Which brings more problems in the house because then they're like, oh, you can't spend no time with me. Because I'm working to pay for that. You see what I'm saying? But we can get so caught up and then your life ain't good. God ain't that good to you. And you know, how you feel about yourself is just damaged because you are comparing yourself with somebody's social reality. Even if that is their actual real life, you are still comparing.
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous.
And it seems like the younger and younger kids get, the more they're plopped in front of being programmed by social media. Yeah, and you can even just sit out and watch people, you know, on the streets passing by. Just glued to what's happening here. And it's like, look up, look at your surroundings, because you're a perfect target if I want to come and harm you or rob you, because you're not even aware. We lost that sensibility and the ability to be aware of our surroundings. And so it's just like unintended consequences of a good thing. But that comparison kills.
It does.
Comparison kills. It'll have you thinking you what you have is not enough. You're not blessed. You know, again, that need of wanting more and that emptiness. And that's just no place, no way to live. You know? And so even in the classroom sometimes I see teachers, there are some who just let things happen. Oh, and just keep saying the whole hour or whatever long the kids are in there. Get off the phone, turn off the phone. You're not supposed to be on the phone. And then there are some that say, here's my, you know, with the thing you put the shoes in, the shoe organizer. Put your phone in there and we're going to have class. We're going to focus and we're going to do what we came to do. You know, kids tell them go outside and have recess. What is that? Kids be so mad that they gotta be outside. Some kids be out there killing themselves, having a good time. Others be like, oh, who want to go outside?
not just children, but we as grown people miss out on the simple pleasures of life because of our devices.
Yeah.
I am guilty of making sure I get some type of footage while I'm out because we got to put content on our pages, right? But there have been times when I've been like earlier, we were so still into what God was doing. I was like, God, I forgot to take our picture, y'all, for the promo for later. Oh, we forgot to do so and so, because we were so into the moment. Before these phones, we didn't have phones to grab. You may have grabbed your camera, maybe, but we weren't doing it like this because it was on social media to post it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, do y'all feel like we are doing ourselves a disservice by not learning to, can we normalize living in the moment, how we call it that, by not living in the moment more often?
Yeah, we certainly hurt ourselves by not maximizing our moment.
That's true.
Even when I see people at concerts and things, it's so bad that some artists have to say, look,
please put down your phone
up and enjoy what I'm trying to give you. The experience I'm trying to give you. But as soon as you see them looking at the screen, hey, and I know we want to capture so we can show it, but hey, if so-and-so didn't pay the cost that you paid to get there, then so-and-so needs to be
that part.
You know?
Because you really do miss the fullness because you're trying to watch it through those little millimeters of the lens. But you do miss the performance. I think we're missing life sometimes.
And you don't get moments back.
You don't, not those.
You can recreate, but it's not that moment.
It's like missing life, but also missing the opportunity to look up stuff and just to learn. Girl, like, when's the last phone number you actually memorized?
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. If my phone died, I don't know.
Shit. I don't. I was the family Rolodex growing up. My mom would say, call so-and-so, let them know. Bam, I knew the number. The other day,
tell on yourself, sister. We get free.
Other day.
So the other day was my auntie's birthday.
You forgot?
No, I didn't forget.
Oh.
Let's say the phone number is. Because it was in the last phone that I had. And I haven't had that phone in 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the room right now, but those are not, not all numbers transfer over.
Right.
It's like, come on, it used to be the Rolodex. What is it? And then I was like, oh, I think I got it. So I'm not going to repeat it on here in case.
Right.
I called it, and then the voicemail cuts off after so many rings. I still never know to this day if that was her number. But I remember thinking in that moment, this is she been your aunt your whole life.
Right.
That number should have been engraved in my memory. Yeah. I'm sitting there brushing my teeth like this. Okay, I know what is it? I said, this is a shame that I can go to my phone and look your number up, but when it comes to trying to, and mind you, that's my auntie. I've known her number my whole life. But when I can just program that and go, call Jackie.
Right.
Right.
That has to do something to our brain that we're not using those parts of it.
That is so sad. That's ridiculous. Okay. I got another question for y'all. Y'all, this random question today. Okay. What are 3 things?
I always know it's gonna be good because you grab.
When I start grabbing my hair, stop trying to know me. What are 3 things that y'all wish men knew about women?
Oh my God!
And you can name more. What are at least 3 things? We want to hear from you guys down in the chat as well. This is we ain't attacking y'all. We just talking. We're just talking. Key chime in per usual. And remember, it's all love here, so nobody's going to attack anybody about their thoughts or feelings. But queens, what are 3 things that y'all wish kings knew?
That men knew how, I'm just saying this generalized. I wish men knew how sensitive women really are, even though they act like they're so tough.
Ooh.
You know? That I'm speaking for myself.
Oh,
right.
That's good.
Sometimes I'll put out a persona that, I'm good, I'm hard. But then I go and I cry. So I wish they knew how sensitive we really are.
That's so good.
And what's under all that. Yeah.
If I can add to that one, that how fragile our hearts can be.
Yes.
Even when we piss y'all off and we do the most throw, like, some of us can be, like, in our hurt, we're going to say some stuff and do some things that's ratchet.
Yeah.
We wrong in 2 left shoes. But that doesn't mean every woman is like that.
Right.
So then you start treating her like you may treat a dude. Our hearts are super fragile.
Yes.
Most of us are nurturers at heart, and we internalize and we're emotional. I ain't talking about when we act emotional, we just popping off, but we're emotional creatures. So our hearts are super fragile. Even when we acting hard, they can be fragile. Yeah. You don't have to treat us like we're weak. That's not what I'm saying. But our hearts are fragile.
I wish they knew that little things can go a long way.
Ooh.
Long way.
Yes.
Your thoughtfulness
Yeah.
really, really has value.
Yes.
It really does.
That's so good.
I'm gonna give you 1 and 2. Now I'm gonna think about 3. Number 2. Women really desire to feel safe and secure with you. You don't have to be Rockefeller, okay? But show me that you have some ambition.
Yes.
You want to do something. You have a plan. And then I'm willing to take your hand and follow and help you with bring that plan to life. But show me those things.
That part. Can I add on that?
Yeah, please.
I feel my most sexiest and most sensual when I am in the presence of a king that I feel safe with.
Yes.
Because what's our favorite saying? Thank you for teaching this to her. I can put my shoulders down because you got me. As long as I gotta be like this all the time, and even around you, I'm always on rah. I can't just be a woman. I don't feel sexy and safe. I'm working. But when I can let all that down and be safe in your presence, because I know no matter what, whether you my homeboy or my man, my father, my brother, when I'm around my family members, my male family members, I'm a different Nikki. Because I know if anything pop off, you got to get through them first.
Yeah.
My sons, my nephews, my brothers, you got to get through them first. But when it's just me out there in that world, I'm a different Nikki.
Right.
But give me a king that got my back and I know I can be safe around him. I am my most sexiest.
Yes.
I'm my most sensual. I'm my most feminine. I'm all of that because I can be that and I have to be everything else.
So good.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I think, and I was gonna say something, but seen. You said you want to feel safe.
You want to feel seen. Absolutely.
Women want to know that you see us. And the only way that we know that you see us is by your actions and your words and your thoughts too. Because if you do certain things, we're like, what are you thinking, man? Like, what are you doing? So that would be one for me. And then I wish men knew. This will take it a different route. Understood our bodies just a little bit.
I love that.
I wanted to say that.
Just know, like, when we go through our monthly, or when we are experiencing something, you notice something a little awkward. I wish they just knew a little bit more about, not about our, the stuff that is enhanced that everyone talks about, right? But more of the internal and also how it comes out physically as well.
Yeah.
And then attend to it. Don't show them to look at it. Attend to it. That was my third thing, I guess. When you see something, do something. Even if it's not the right thing, at least I know you're trying. I can tell you what I desire. And then we can have a meeting in that area. So, I gave 3. Thanks, though.
2 things on that. On that last one, though, queens, let's have a self-check. When they are trying, please, even if they do something, you like, the hell? Don't do that, because if you do it, they gonna be like, okay. And then when you like, baby, why you don't do that no more? Because last time I did it, last time I tried it, you're always telling me I do songs, but every time I do something, you say it's not right. Please give them room and grace to grow. Baby, thank you. Oh my God, I love those flowers. They're amazing. Oh, they smell so good.
I love how you wash dishes.
That's it. And if you ever think about giving me some more, like my favorite are roses. I just told you I like those, but I really love roses. Without being like, you done heard me say roses about 25 times, but you keep bringing me these sunflowers. What, your last chick like sunflowers or something?
Oh,
What? Brother, like, I tell you what, because I'm going to save myself all that headache.
Right. Nothing.
I wish you would get another flower from me.
I love how I was gonna say what you just said, but what you just said was like, but thank you, Holy Spirit. They want to feel that you appreciate what they did, and then tell them what you actually like. Acknowledge what they've done good.
Yes.
It's not like anything
That's what I'm
bad.
saying. Yeah.
Acknowledge it, and then say it's always women, as women. I think we feel like we gotta. That's not why you know. I don't like that. I'm like. You
control too much.
Control. You always, it's like you almost rejected what he did.
You
that
did.
Was good.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I just did this for you. Yeah.
Here's the example of it. It's the flip. Y'all been working all day. You come home and you go kill it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And bro be like, did they say you make them stay? You could have took this off like 2 minutes too early. Like, what's this level? You bring me this shit.
Yeah.
That's what we doing.
What we doing? Yeah.
You see that face you making? Now imagine a man who he been at work and he the purpose in his heart. I'm gonna give my wife some flowers today. He don't know what he doing when he in there. He just see a bunch of flowers, was a little bit overwhelming. Okay, what she say she like? I don't remember, but I gotta get her some flowers today. I'm gonna go get these flowers. He come home crunk and excited about these flowers. About these beautiful flowers he don't want to spend a good whatever on, and you look at them things and be like, did I ever tell you I like sunflowers? Oh. So what, your last bitch like these or something? Like you just cut it down from the beginning, or you say nothing but you be like, thank you. Or you just take them and go, put them in water. If that were me and I'm buying you these flowers,
that's the last one.
I'm gonna need you to cherish that because you might never get enough flowers from me. But we do men like this all the time. We do our kids like that. We do our friends like that. We do a lot of people in our lives like that. So I love what you said, but let's check ourselves. If he trying, ladies, please be appreciative. Now, on the same note, I wish that men knew that y'all appreciation and gratitude goes a long way. Long way. Listen, it ain't easy raising your children and working and having a clean home. And you want us to look sexy. You want us to be Wonder Woman and Superwoman in all these ways. A good thank you. I don't care if she pleasing you in the bed how you like it. That deserves a thank you too. Because sometimes she probably doing it, but inside her body, she don't feel good at all. C said it perfect. We go through some stuff in our body, and I'll be like, God, why? Like, I understand what happened with Adam and Eve, but there's generations later. Like we wasn't there. It wasn't us. You know what I mean? So, but even so, you got to still be a mom. You got to still be whatever. Still be the CEO of your business. Still be whatever, and then you still got to be all that to your husband. So you're going to break it down for him, but you might be on the inside like I'm hurting, like I really don't want to do, but I'm gonna please my man tonight. Whatever it is, I'm telling y'all, gratitude and thank you goes such a long way. I understand some brother just said, not with mine. I don't count me time. I say thank you. She keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Keep on doing it. Break that down in her with your love. What y'all think about that?
I'm probably the novice at this, okay? Because I'm like, I think that is great. I really think that is great, and I think communication too. As I was hearing you guys be honest with each other, talk with each other, and if there's something that you want or desire, talk and let the other person know. You don't have to step out because grass is not always greener on the other side. Put some fertilizer on yours and take care of yours. That'll be fine.
Step in the fertilizer on the other side. Okay, so you had one more to give us. You said you think
let me still think.
I think I gave one. So I will say that I wish men knew that we love consistency.
I love that.
Yeah, whatever you did to get her, do it to keep her.
She wants these offers. You want to put your cash up on the screen? Yeah. She wants to put her cash up on the screen. Hey!
The other one is real lighthearted. I wish that men knew how much we really need you and want you.
That part.
Because there's so many women, me just coming out of singlehood, who say things like, I don't need a man. I can do this by myself. we really do want y'all.
Yeah.
We really do need y'all.
Yeah.
A lot of us are just hurting and haven't had a consistent man.
That part.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That part.
We love y'all.
You said that
I
part.
love me a good man.
You said that thing and got you. Why you do it? We always believe in lifting up the kings here on the Queens podcast.
Yeah.
Y'all know how much we love and we cherish y'all. Like, y'all are so needed. We don't give two flying figs what that world out there saying and what the media says.
Yeah.
We love y'all. Like, we need y'all. And I love that you brought that up because we understand that the world beats our kids get beat down. If by nothing else, by the image everybody has of them. And, they can never do no right. Those men built this country.
Hello.
They literally built this country on their back. So we value y'all so much. There are some women that they are broken and they are damaged in the area of their heart and love. So yeah, they do feel a certain way toward men and all that, but we don't all feel that way.
That's right.
And those sisters that feel that way, if they had another choice, they would probably choose differently. You know what I mean? Some people operate from hurt and from damage, and they don't know any other way. And they're being brought up by damaged women that tell them you don't need no man. And that damaged woman told that damaged woman. So yes, we do need y'all. We do. I wish they knew.
Oh Lord.
I wish they knew how much your strength physically, I don't mean your ability to lift and your six pack. I mean your strength when you hold us and when you are comforting us, when you're cuddling with us. Oh my God. That can make all the boo-boos go bye-bye.
Right. It's like healing, right?
It makes the boo-boos go bye-bye. Like, when we don't have words to say how we're feeling in that moment, but you hug us. We talk about our brothers, our cousins, our male friends, your man, your husband, whoever. When you hug us, and you hug us from a place of I love and I care about you, that can make the boogeyman disappear.
Yes.
It does.
Can I give a shout out to my boo?
You better is you listening? Come on.
One thing that he does so well with me is this time around. He asked me if it's okay for him to hug me. Because I'm like this, like, so he'll say, "Can I come hug you?" And sometimes I'm like, "No, I'm not ready." And he'll sit there and he'll wait. And then he'll come hug me when I'm ready.
Beautiful.
And I'm so thankful.
That's beautiful.
Keep hugging me.
That's beautiful.
That's all.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my future boo.
Honey, I knew that was
I
coming.
got you. Future husband of Jackie and I. We're not sharing one. Let me fix it.
Right.
Her future
That's
is
just
mine.
right.
Her future mine. Hug us.
Yes.
We're gonna thank you in advance. We thank you for the amazing, secure hugs that we receive from you, kings. That when we can't express how we're feeling, you have watched us enough and you prayed about us so much that you know and you can feel it, that you know if I just go and hug her and hold her, that you make us feel secure, that you remind us of God's love for us. And thank you for the whispers of love that you speak into our ear and the prayers that you declare over us when you're holding us. And those cuddle moments, keep them coming. Keep them coming. We love them and we love the nurturing of your arms. So shout out to y'all, future husbands. Shout out to come through.
Who else had one?
I think I had another one. We want them to know, now from our standpoint and perspective, that we really value the relationship that they have with God and the dependency that they have with Him to lead them. Because if you're going to be the head of the household, the head of the family, then you need a source that is greater than yours. And so when you seek Him, again, that goes right back along with that security and safety, then we know that you're a good stock that we can follow. And then the next, your word is your bond. That your yes be your yes and your no be your no. Let me be able to hold my breath and know that I won't drop dead because of what you said. That's a t-shirt.
What?
It gave me a 2-second time. Oh my God. not pass out or die.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, my God, today.
Waiting on you to fulfill what you said.
Man. My last one would be this. Kings, I wish that you knew that women would be very appreciative with your vulnerability. I say that knowing that we take a man that was told, don't cry, don't act like a girl, you act like a punk, shut up, we don't show emotions, and then we want them to flip those emotions on when they get with us. That don't work like that. And I understand that some of y'all were very open and vulnerable, and somebody took what you gave them and threw it all up in your face and used it against you and called you all out your name. Yeah. We are not all like that. So please do not shut that off. Please allow yourself to be open and vulnerable with the safe lap. Everybody's lap you can't lay your head in. The violence Samson. Don't do it. But God gonna show you, and you gonna know without a shadow of doubt that I can lay my head in this lap or my head on that shoulder and give her my intimacies and my truth and my vulnerabilities and my tears, and she's gonna be my safe place to land and my safe space to give that to and to talk to, and she ain't throwing it up in my face. We don't look at you as weak when you cry. It's sexy to me. It's sexy to me. And there's nothing like a man that is in surrender to God, especially, brother, if you in worship or prayer. Because you are denying yourself and you are laying down your crown to go before a God that is greater than you. Please be that. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. And we want your vulnerability. And all of us are not going to use that against you. But y'all know Jackie O, a.k.a. Jackie Smith, who was girlfriend to DC Young Fly. She passed away a few weeks ago after having plastic surgery. She did not make it through the recovery period. So allegedly, we know that during the recovery period, she was found non-responsive. She's no longer here. She leaves behind 3 children. But I watched an episode of the Know For Sure podcast with B. Simone and with Megan Ashley. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all so much. They gathered. They called themselves the Lucky Seven, where it was 7 of them with Jackie, including really, really close-knit friendships. They all came together to discuss how they were feeling after she passed away. I want to know how you guys feel about the fact that they're having to mourn their friend because she wanted to have plastic surgery. And now she's no longer here. She didn't survive. So it's processing the death. For me, it would be processing, but you were perfect to me in my eyes. You didn't need it. And you're not here because something in you felt like it did. Which I can't dictate how you feel on your insides about you. Something in her said, I need to go fix it. What do y'all think about that? How do y'all feel?
I just think that's the sad reality of where we are. When we look at ourselves, and we feel like we're not enough because we're comparing to somebody else, to something else. I wonder, it makes me wonder, did they talk with her? With a conversation? Did anybody keep pouring into her to let her know how beautiful you are? And had she heard that? Had she grown up with that? Or did she think that under the knife was the only way to find this beauty or whatever it was she was searching for? And so, I mean, now we mourn her loss. She's not here. Her family's going to be devastated. Kids grow up without parents, without a mother anyways. To be there for her when again, and we don't see it in the moment. Because again, I just shared my story about how the scales are on my eyes and I don't see what everybody can see. But that demon inside that says you are not enough is strong, it's powerful. The most beautiful ones that you think, wouldn't undergo all this plastic surgery, they're still doing it to make themselves better. And then I think, what is God saying?
Yeah.
I created you and I said you were perfect. Who told you that you weren't? Yeah. Like even with me, I carry more weight than I would like, but hey, I put it on me, but I don't want to go under the knife to get it off me. Because I said, if I sit there and hate my way to this, I need to go and fix it and get it off. But some have to go under and get the knife because of the health reasons. And I'm not saying don't do that. You know your health situation, but if it's just something to make you feel better or make the guys or girls look more, is it really necessary? Is it really worth you losing your life? Possibly. Over. I really wish I could ask her today, is it worth it? Was it worth it? Whatever it was. Not to blame her. I just would have like to have a conversation with her.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know her full story, so I have no idea why she went under the knife, or if she, like I didn't know much about her until the story came out. I just knew who she has kids with. So I don't know if she's had previous surgeries or this was this was a thing she owes. Okay, so I guess all I can say is sad. It's really hard for me to speak on someone's pain, especially when they have passed away. So I just feel sorry for the ones who are left behind.
Yeah.
And we do things, the way we live life is sad. We live life like we got tomorrow. So we just making all these choices without thinking about people around us and how it's going to affect certain things. So yeah, I'm sad for that. I'm sad for that. I'm sad for the family she left behind and her friends. So yeah.
I'm glad you said it at the end about, we all have our own time. We don't know what our ending will be. We all make choices, granted, good or bad, and God has a timing for everything. And I don't want to discredit the people who feel they need plastic surgery to feel whole or to feel complete. I don't want to discredit. That's what they feel. That's what they need. Do you. But know the safety, the risk that goes into making choices like that. Same thing on the other side. You make this choice, you want to go jump off the building, things could happen. I mean, that's just a big risk type of situation. You want to be in an environment where there's guns and stuff like this, or you're just stuck there. That's something that happens. Things happen out of our control sometimes. And for this instance, she made a choice, and it just didn't go the way that we all hoped for, nor did she. Who knows, And so, taking the course of life, this is one of the things that occurs is death. And we all have a time out. I mean, not a time out, but a time that life ends. And it's just sad that it's connected to going to have a certain plastic surgery.
Right, because it could have been something.
It could have been something else. Exactly.
Right.
It could have been something completely different, but it was her time. And so I'm just sad that she had to leave in that way. Shout out to her DJ, what's his name?
DC and Fly.
DC and Fly. For his eulogy at the funeral. It was just absolutely powerful. That's the word used. It was just like, did that just come out of his mouth? He just lost. Wow. It was awesome. And her family and her kids. So, yeah, that's what I have to say.
Yeah. Shout out to her whole family and the kids. I don't want to lose nobody. I don't want to lose nobody. I don't want to lose my friends. But I thought, like, what if mine lost me? Have I left a legacy of love with my friends and those that are in my life that you don't have to wonder, like, if I'm gone tomorrow, but I know Nikki loved me. That's what I wonder. I wonder what I left in your life. Like, what did I come and I deposit? Are the memories going to be bad? Is it going to be like, I'm glad she gone? Like, I wonder what, because as I was listening to them talk about her on the podcast, it made me stop and think, and I really cheered up. I said, what am I leaving as my legacy? How do I make people feel? Because my motto was always, I want you to feel better after you left my presence than when you got there. And I've always wanted that, right? I want people to feel like that when they come in my home. When you leave, you felt like you were loved on and you felt God. But do you feel like that? Do my friends feel like that? Do my family members feel like that? Will I be missed? Not for ego's sake, but missed, but because you really came and you made an impact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And one thing I would say is, you do. You do. And you do. But Jackie, I didn't know the woman to this extent, but just listening to her friends talk, I was like, she was pretty awesome.
Yeah, man.
I was like, man. Miss Donna getting to know this woman while she was here, and so it makes you appreciate the people that you do have in life, and it makes you want to show up better. For yourself, one, but for others to feel that goodness and that love. So I feel like she was a dope chick.
Yeah,
like she was really cool. Like
she was.
And how she fed into each person a little bit different.
Yep.
But they all had this like abundant love for her. Like
super. And the call to action. That's what I hear you. the call to action. How can we show up and leave someone's life better? And all the accolades, and whenever I go to a funeral, all the accolades people say, my prayer is, God, I hope that this person heard them while they were alive.
Yeah.
That part. Don't assume that people know how great you think they are, how you love them. You gotta tell them. Mm-hmm. Even if you know that they know, tell them again. Mm-hmm. I tell my mom every single day, many times a day, because thank God she's still here with me. Mm-hmm. I love you. Yeah. She never has to wonder because I let her know that. And you know, those are the things that we have to be more mindful, more intentional about. Letting the people in our lives know, because who knows when the word that you speak to them could be the word that changes everything.
That's it.
Yes.
But if you sit on it and hold it, it could be that action that changes your whole life.
That's it. That is so it.
You know? That's why those affirmations and words are so powerful, building people.
The
and letting them know. And it does something for you. It's not only a gift for them, it does something for you too.
You don't have to worry about
pour into someone else.
Yeah.
You know? That's good.
You have to wonder about the what ifs, the shoulda, coulda, woulda. The man, I ain't talked to her for 3 months. You know, like, what you had. It's just like the woulda, shoulda. When you speak it out, you don't have to worry about the woulda, shoulda, coulda. The last thing I told her was, I love you.
Yeah.
If that was your last word to say, it's heartbreaking that they're not here. But it's so heartfelt that your last words to her was, I love you. I don't care if it was 2 weeks ago, 3 months ago, the last words to her was, I love you. And I miss you.
Whatever it was. And it may sound crazy, but one of the vows that I wanted to make when I go to, again, it's not a morbid show, but when I go to these funerals, when they say remarks from family or friends, that is the most awkward time for me, because if that person wasn't this then you have this awkward silence. No, that person had a dash from when they were born to when they died. And somebody ought to be able to get up and say something about this. So I guess I'm going to call myself, I don't know, the service funeral thing. But I've got to, even if it's nothing more than to remind the family to remember the legacy, remember the things that they left for you. But somebody's got to say something. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. So, again, words matter, people.
They do.
Let people know before it's your time and your words are no longer, their ears can't hear me.
That's it. That is so good. Something about Jackie's life, when we're talking about relationships again, that I gleaned from listening to her friends. With her super uniqueness, because Jackie was very unique. That woman was colorful in her colors too. That everybody let Jackie be Jackie. Mm-hmm. And they each said how Jackie loved them individually. Right. Like one friend likes certain things, so Jackie always got that. Right. Even in her cosmetic line, she was saying she always liked the original packaging. So even though Jackie came out with new packaging, every time she sent her something, it was always still in the original packaging. Mm-hmm. Wow. She paid that much attention. Because that's that when I say, God, show me how to love you. Because how I love you may not be how I need to love you or you, right? And that's what she did. But also, everybody was allowing themselves to be themselves. So do we allow people in our lives to be who they are? Or do we try to perform them into what we think they should be? Because I think that's the best compliment and honor to someone, that I can love you as you are. Yeah. If God can love us, as we are, I'm gonna talk about me, jacked up as Nikki can be, then I can't love you because you like to do something quirky, or you like to, you know what I mean? Yeah. So do we allow people to be who they are? Do we love them as they are? That's a really good heart check question.
If we love them, we do.
If
we want to control them, or if we're selfish, then we don't.
That's right.
Because we're worried about what their presence how it makes us feel.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah. And so, if you really love a person, you allow them to show up as they are. Yeah. You walk with them in their journey wherever they are. Yeah. You be that support for them where they are.
Where they are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I think.
I love it.
And that's how you can judge your circle too. Do I have to put on my mask? Do I have to conform every time I go around them? If the answer is yes, then you might need to check your circle.
Yes.
Next, are these people good for me? Am I good for them?
That's it. Okay, so good example.
Yeah.
We went and got food last night, right? It's supposed to be a food run that turned into something totally different. We go over to this Mexican restaurant, shout out to y'all, and it was loud and the waiters were dancing at the door. This was at, shout out to y'all with the free promotion. It was, God dog it. The Grand Tortilla?
No.
Grand Tequila. Grand Tortilla. That was on me. Okay. So anyway, this was supposed to be a quick food run because GPS had her in Chupacabra land. She was lost. So we're just gonna grab something, come on back. And when we got there, the waiters and waitresses were dancing. Like they had music going, mariachi music, all kind of music, and they was getting it. We was like, okay. We come in and they whisk us to a table. They didn't say y'all can get something to go. They like, come on and join us.
Let's go.
And they're doing karaoke. And it's all in Spanish.
Yes.
But if you know Nikki likes to have a good time.
Right.
Nikki gonna dance from her chair. Nikki gonna sing. Nikki's gonna have a good time. For a brief moment, I asked myself, do I want to do that in front of you? Because you had not been with me like that.
Right.
But I had to be myself.
Yeah.
Because even though I met her at church, because all three of us went to church together for a while. Even though I met you at church and we've done podcasts and you done been to my house before many times, we done your show together and everything, there was still parts of me that you didn't get to experience.
Right.
And so I was like, do I want to be myself? And then as quickly as I asked myself that question, I was like, I absolutely do.
Yeah.
And so I told her, I said, when I figure out what I'm going to eat, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna get out there and dance for the first time. I got there. She said, you are? I said, I absolutely am. I don't know what they say in this music, but there were people out there killing on that dance floor. And I'm bringing this up for this, that we're in relationships, and it's like, how much of me can I be? How much of me can I show you before you start retreating? Because I show you too much.
Right.
How naked and vulnerable can I be? Although I like to be naked physically, how spiritually and emotionally naked can I be? I do. Thank you. Y'all probably tired of me talking about that. Hey, I came as real naked, but anyway, how naked can I be in all the other areas where you don't start judging me differently? Because here's the thing, man, Nikki, you can minister. Why was you singing like that, acting like that at the restaurant? Because I'm having a good time. So I can only be this way with you. I see, okay, I can only be this part with you. Now you're not gonna get authentic me. You only gonna get this piece of me, though. I want to be myself.
Yes.
And I want to be, now granted, I know I can't be completely with everybody. That's not for everybody.
That's right.
But if we are friends, like for real, and we close-knit, I can't be me, which means me may be sad sometimes.
Yeah.
Me may be depressed
And
sometimes.
when you call me, I might not come.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be around. Yo.
Me might be sick sometimes.
Hey.
Me might need to say no sometimes.
Hey.
Yes.
Does that change the dynamic? Because when I'm 100% me, you don't like that. You only like me that serves and pleases you.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that?
Yeah. And that's and every bit of you is not for everybody.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Nope.
And it's a harsh reality, but that's balancing that because you are able to glean from different areas of your life from different people. You know what I mean? And so I mean it makes a off balance, but you hope to meet somebody or have an inner circle that sees the majority of you. God sees all of you, right?
Right.
He created you. But the things that we hold dear to us and we're like, okay, I'm a jig a little bit to the song and see if church people
Right.
Have
I lost my membership off of this? Exactly.
Come on, and my hips start rolling.
Right.
Like, Sierra.
Right.
Well, I have a whole husband.
And he ain't tripping.
He ain't tripping.
And he
Shout
is
out
God.
to you.
Right.
But so I mean, I can't jig. Okay. So it's just like when you know, you know.
Exactly.
Like, got it. So I'm not even gonna step over that line
Right.
with you. I'm just
That's
leave that alone. We're gonna be right here. We're gonna dance right
That's
here.
it.
And in that dance, where you at, there's joy there, there's peace there, there's fun there in that area. But if they say, well, why don't we go out together? Well, girl, you don't like to go where I like to go.
That part.
You don't want to do what I want to do. You sure you want? Oh, that's right. You like to do the outdoor stuff. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not gonna. And it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
And be okay with that.
Like we talked about last night, when we got back, I was saying I was grateful that I could be me, and it didn't terrify you. Don't nobody trip. I wouldn't
She wasn't.
I wasn't working down on the table. But I like to have a good time. I love to have fun. And that's exactly what we did. And she's like, yeah, I never saw that part of you. Again, I was not stripping. Not doing that. Because somebody like, what did you say? I don't want those chains. Yeah. I don't want you chaining me up with what you think I should be or what your expectations are of me. Yeah. Then you don't want me as your friend. You just want a friend you can't control.
Right. It costs me too much to leave all these pieces of me everywhere when I can't just show up and say,
that's me. Right. That's good. Ready for another question?
Yeah. Rip it out.
How does self-doubt show up in your life?
Oh, okay. You know what? We're not going to do it today. Because you're not. It's Coco. We're not talking about it. Oh. You did say that word. I know he's going to use it for this. So mean.
I'm assuming you answering first.
I mean, all the commentary. We over here listening.
It shows up every day. Every day. In every way. It just shows up like a brain monster. It just shows up. Work. Am I doing enough here? Am I observing enough there? Am I good enough for this? Will they accept me for who I am completely? Like, self-doubt bleeds into so many different areas because I'm doubting what I bring. Because I know the fullness sometimes of what I bring. Yeah? And so it's just like, and then self-doubt prevents me from going after what I want sometimes too. Because I'm doubting what I can do, what I can be. And where does that come from? I don't know. Society, culture, my inner voice comes from many different angles. Yeah. I think more of my self-doubt is geared from acceptance, like being accepted. Because I'm not accepted, so therefore I doubt what I bring. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Do I have to talk about how I conquer that? How I'm going to continue to conquer that? You look right dead in my eyes. Jesus. I'm going to keep showing up as me and ask God to show me me. Because I'm learning me as He's restoring and renewing a lot of stuff in me that I did not know in this season. And being in His presence, I think, is helping me see me and like me in this new thing that evolution is my word this year. He's involving in me, this new person. So I'm gonna keep showing up. I'm gonna keep praying. I'm gonna keep reading my Bible. I'm gonna keep my inner circle accountable for my actions. Those are the things I want to do to kind of overcome my self-doubt. So I know I can stand 10 feet down with 10 toes down and walk into whatever God has for me. So,
Can I say thank you for your honesty and vulnerability in that moment?
Sorry.
I know you said your feelings. You gave us all kind of commentary. She's like, so you going first?
Right, that's all I'm at.
Thank you, Karla.
Yeah.
I will say that self-doubt shows up in my life, and when it shows up, it looks like overthinking. It looks like overthinking to the point where I have talked myself out of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I had overanalyzed and overthought. I done had conversations, done created conversations, done created people's responses to stuff to the point where I talked myself out of it. It could be as simple as talking myself out of posting something that I know was Holy Spirit inspired because I said and I overanalyzed it and I overthought it. It looks like it's about 1,000 videos in my phone of stuff that I've created that you told me to get your camera and say and still ain't posted yet. Watch when I post, you're gonna be like, your hair ain't been like that in 3 months. I know because I did that 3 months ago. Yeah. It has shown up. It has shown up in the past almost paralyzing. Like I didn't move on nothing.
Yes.
Come Monday morning, I'm doing that. Monday came and it was like, did I say Monday? That meant Wednesday.
Right.
Of like next month.
Yeah.
Right.
And then next month come and it be like, like next year.
Yeah.
And then next year come and it be like, I still ain't done that shit. It has paralyzed in the past. And it has also shown up by way of really unhealthy coping mechanisms. Like sometimes that chocolate be like the best friend ever. Sometimes it has run into the arms of somebody that could. Yeah. And then afterward, big regret because I did that. So that is how self-doubt has shown up. What will I do to defeat self-doubt? When he says something, I move on it now.
We could be twins.
Hi, twins.
And relate to that.
Don't put triplets.
Come on, triplets.
Everything
God.
you said, I was like, oh, that's me. That's me. Just a few days ago, somebody told me that I overanalyze and I overthink. And that is something that I have struggled with my whole life. But another way that it shows up is as control and self-sabotage.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's been my whole life too. I'm quick to self-sabotage. And I do that really great. But the control thing, like I do it so well that I don't even know that I'm doing it most of the time. I don't have a lot to say about that. What am I going to do? Continue to be open to correction.
Ooh, that's so good.
Yeah.
That is so good.
God has really been protecting me, or not protecting me, correcting me, but protecting as well, but also putting people in my life who I trust to correct me. So I'm going to continue to do that and just listen, be obedient, be a student.
That's good. That's good. Ditto to everything y'all said, because everything I grabbed was, yeah, that's right. That's how it shows up. Another way for me that it shows up is overextending myself.
Ooh, yes.
That one too.
Yeah, because if I'm a part of what you're doing and busy with that, I don't have to deal with me.
Yeah.
Right.
God, I was helping Karla with her business.
Right.
I was being the face.
I was supporting Nikki and Sierra's ministry.
And he's like, yeah, I get it. I gave you a heart to serve, and you're doing that, but I also gave you something to do.
Yep.
What have you done with what I give you?
Come through, truth.
So those are the things, and then I find myself at the end of the day, on the one hand, I'm happy I helped you get something done.
Right.
Okay, but then on the other hand, I'm not fulfilled because I didn't do what he had
That's
told
it.
me to do.
That's
And so then that paralysis comes in.
That's it.
I make these long lists. I have these long visions of things he shows me that I'm supposed to be doing, and they never get done.
Yep.
They're like suspended
Yeah.
in time.
Yeah.
When you talk about the graveyard, I don't want to be in the story that falls into this is the wealthiest place ever. Why?
That's it.
Because they died with so
That's
much.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
When you have so much to give out.
Right.
Yeah.
What will I do to phrase the question again?
What will you do to
Overcome
self-doubt?
this. Stay close and keep my ear close to what he says.
Yeah.
Right.
And I gotta do my due diligence to get in that word.
Yeah.
And deny myself, my flesh. Because flesh will make you do a lot of things that are good in the moment.
Yeah.
They feel good, they taste good, they look good, and it's good.
Yes.
Then when you put the spoon down and you eat all the candy, or you lay it with this one, it's like, why am I even here?
Right.
When you've done those things, it leaves that bitter taste.
Yes.
Not like the cocoa coffee. It has no bitter
Come on.
Man, ain't no bitterness on
But
that.
it leaves that bitter taste and that residue that you're trying to wash off.
Yeah.
And then it makes you feel like you're back at square one.
Man, yes.
And again, that vicious cycle somebody was talking about starts all over.
That's
So
it.
I think by me keeping my fingertip on the pulse of what he says about me, what he says I can do, and then like whoever says showing up, just showing up and being there and doing it, even if you do it afraid. Take the first step, and it'll get easier and easier. That's how I overcome it.
Right. That part.
Those stories go.
That
plays in your
That's
head,
it.
and it does.
We gotta learn to hit stop. If you got a remote control, hit the remote, hit stop. We gotta learn to hit pause. No, not pause. Stop on that playback in our head. We gotta stop. We gotta stop that freaking playback. And we gotta kill the story that we keep telling. We keep telling ourselves the same story. We keep telling other people the same story. And that story lives like the monster under the bed. Until you finally cut on the light and look, there's no monster underneath that bed. And we got to be willing to do this. So sometimes to cut on the light and look and see if there's no monster means post that content, make those videos, go live, make pleasant love, whatever it is, whatever that thing is, start that business, whatever that is, become that life coach, whatever that thing is, whatever that is, whatever that is.
Touch and agree.
Whatever that is, for all of us, and for you watching too. Maybe we just need to all go turn on the light and look up underneath the bed and realize there is no monster there. And that shows up as just doing it. No matter how silly you feel, just do it. And it don't have to be overly produced. It don't have to be like we on one camera now. We had 1,000 setups. Jesus. We on just one now. And it's been powerful off of one camera. Off of one. So
and that for one. Remember when we used to go out and sing? And whether there were 1,000 people out there or whether it was one, you give them the show of a lifetime.
Yes.
Because you don't know what you showing up can do for that person.
Right.
So, even, and that encourages me, because, like, my consistency can be off. Like, my minute to get it now, hey, when I'm rolling and rolling with that, and when God's like, okay, drop it here, let these people know, and it's like a minute to get it, I'm, like, so in love with that. But it's like, some days you show up with the people like, where's the minute to get it?
Right, exactly.
Because I'm going through my own thing.
Exactly.
Right?
I'm trying to get it in this minute.
I'm trying to get it in this minute.
I'm feeling
But I know when I post those things, I say, you know what? Because I'm one who looks at the numbers, and that'll mess with my
I
site.
hate analytics now.
Yeah, I know.
That
messes with my site. I'm like, well, why did 500 people look at it and only 2 people liked it? What is this?
And then the freaking analytics will tell you who clicked through it. I don't want to know.
That just adds more baggage.
I hate them. Analytics are from the
But it's like, you know what? You post, when you post it, I'm going to put my first like, and that's the like I need. If everybody else gets it, that's icing on the
They got a minute to do. They got a minute to do. You know what I'm saying? If it should be able to be like 1,000 views, because we can't see what you can see in your analytics.
Yeah.
If you got a business account, we know we talking about. You know. It'd be 1,000 some odd views. It'd be like 12. And it'd be like 25 comments. And then you mess up and you go look at somebody else's that has like 100,000.
Yeah.
And it's like multiples and shares.
Yeah.
You better not do that.
Yeah.
Just stay consistent where you are.
Yeah.
Stay consistent, rabbit running this race. Stay consistent, turtle running this race. Just stay consistent. Whether you rabbit or turtle, just stay consistent. For real.
Yeah.
Wow. This has been another amazing episode. Okay. As we wrap this one up, before we do, did you have something you want to say? Okay. What about you?
I'm good.
Okay. So, what are you saying no to? And what are you saying yes to?
Oh, I should have thought about this.
Yeah, I forgot about this one.
You gotta say it like that.
I'm sorry. Oh, you mean a little time.
Just a little bit. What are we saying no to? What are we saying yes to? I'm going to say no to overthinking.
That's good.
I say no to overthinking. And I say no to picking myself apart. I say no to condemning my works. I say no to Perfectionism showing up as procrastination, showing up as excuses,
Yikes.
showing up as reasons, showing up as paralyzing,
Honey,
showing
come on.
up as doing nothing.
Are you answering?
You answered for all of us. Thanks. Keep going. Keep
Come
going,
on here.
friend.
Keep going, and we thank you.
And we thank you. We'll say our yeses, okay? You gotta keep our nose. Yeah. That part.
And then part of that saying no for me as well is not putting, saying no to putting more value in the reception as long as it's not killing somebody's witness. I say yes to showing up. Now,
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you for wrapping that up for us.
Yeah. You did so well.
Exit stage.
Yeah. You did so well. Thank you so
not
much.
doing you guys.
I say yes. I'm not going to say a no because you have that list of no's that I'm taking all of those. But I will say yes to success.
Ooh.
For what it means to me, not for what the world is saying.
Yes.
I think there's a fear of it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get to a certain point and then I get scared and I run.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And because it hasn't been an example in my family, I mean, not to say there's no successful people, but no one to say how to get to the success.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
I don't really, it's really hard, or especially in the past, it's hard for me to see myself in that position, even though everyone around me validates it. Like, oh, we see this in you, and you got this, but I'm scared of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I say yes to it, because I think God has something really big for me.
Yes.
So, yeah, whatever it is, God, I'm saying yes to it.
I love that. I'm scared of it.
Yes.
That was real.
Yeah.
Because success can be scary, even if you've been praying for it.
Yes.
Even if you've
Yes.
been praying
And I bet
for
God is just like, I'm trying to give it to you.
it.
What you doing?
Mm.
Yeah. But thankfully, He keeps swinging back around.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Mm.
Golly. Man.
This one over here is like Jackie.
Ditto to all of what they've said is so good. And that's just how God works. I'm going to say no to isolation.
Ooh,
I'm going to say no to procrastination again.
Mm.
I'm going to say no to rejection. I'm going to say no to that enemy of my inner me
Right.
that has kept prolonging and kept alive the initial lie, the initial offense. So I got to say no to those things.
Yeah.
And I got to say yes to forward progress.
Yes.
I got to say yes to sisterhood, connections. I just got to say yes to believing again.
Yes.
Yes to dreaming again.
Yes.
Yes to walking in purpose.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Say yes to all of those
Remember
things. Yes to excellence.
Come on,
Yes.
excellence. Remember one of my favorite songs used to be, I'm not going back.
Oh, yes.
I'm going back. We used to sing that song all the time.
Yeah,
Nah.
that's my list.
That's a fabulous list.
No, ditto all your no's. But I'm going to say, I'm going to add to that. For me, I overly value people's opinions and thoughts of me. So I'm going to say no to that. I value people a lot. I really do. But I think I overly value their thoughts or opinions of me. Because I want to be accepted. So so I'm going to say yes to who God has called me to be. I'm going to say yes to making those steps according to His will for my life. I'm going to say yes to less of me, more of Him, as He just edifies the desires of my heart.
Yeah.
And yes to really loving me the way he's evolving me. Even though it's not always pretty. It's not always pretty. But there's a lesson in all of those things. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank God I'm the last. Baby, I'm supposed to get on.
Jesus is on midnight. Tell me what you want. Tell her what you want. I need some answers for this question. It's coming to me last. Ooh, that part. Y'all, another amazing show. QT fam, have you not? Have you not?
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Listen,
This is love, y'all. We thank y'all so much for your time.
Man,
we thank you so much for your pouring in, your honesty, your vulnerability.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I value people. I really value people who want to see other people win.
Yes.
Like I value those type of people. Yeah. To me, that's my $1 trillion. Like that's my $1 trillion person. Not the actual money of it all, but when you talk about heart surgery, my last episode, that is so much more valuable to me than any type of money. Yeah. A person who has a good heart, a pure heart, good intentions, that is so valuable to me. And I thank y'all both so much for pouring into the QT family and bringing your love. I just appreciate you. I really do. And I thank y'all so much for coming. Because y'all didn't have to give us your time. And we thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all.
Yes. The power of a yes.
Right.
Ooh, my life has been so blessed. Just by being in your presence and just, but because we had a tangible feel of what God can do and how he was moving right here in the studio. So I know you felt it.
First of all, I feel attacked. Did you just say that?
What you say?
You folks even see me over here. You don't see me. You don't see me. Continue. You don't see me. You don't see me. No, you don't see me.
Oh my God.
You don't see me over here. I'm over here holding it together.
Yeah.
Holding my mule.
You know what I liked? I liked how diverse we are, but the same at the same time. You know, like the answers, like every time someone answered, I would be like, oh, that's how I feel too. So I'm just like, it makes sense because we're God's kids. So we do have the same traits. And if we just open up our mouths and talk and share wisdom, I'm like, man,
when we talked about having the two of you on, what did I tell you? We are totally different women from totally different backgrounds, but our stories are so much alike. Kid you not, and they did not know many of the topics and questions that were going to come up while they've been on, because I really want us just to be led by the Spirit with our answers. That's why some of we was like, let me think. Right. But she said, come on, Jesus. Some of them we knew we were going to talk to Jackie about her book. But I told Jackie, we don't have no questions. What's in you is in you. Just be you. And y'all saw what happened when they themselves. Y'all see what happens when they are themselves. It was such an amazing time. And my prayer is that y'all will come back. Y'all will come back, and even if we can't do it all together in the same room, we can be virtual. But y'all have got to come back on. If y'all want to see them back on, put that down in the comments right now. Say we're going to need y'all back. We're going to need y'all back. Man, I don't, you said it adequately, but I still feel like there's more things we should give. And I don't know what else to say, but thank y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just ask.
Yes, that's an honor.
We've been together all day at this point. We literally have been together since 10 o'clock this morning. It is 8:47 p.m.
What time?
It's 8:47 p.m.
Oh, it's almost 9. I see light, so I was like, oh, it's not bad.
It's 8:47. Okay. And let me tell y'all, they both agreed to doing 2 shows with us.
Yeah.
And got here, and we've done several shows together. And nobody's tripping. Ain't nobody like, listen. It's like, okay, well, let me get something to eat, and then we straight, let me go.
Right.
And we doing, like, Thank y'all.
Thank you. Pleasure was ours.
Thank you. And thank you. Because I got to shout out you. She done drove. Okay, see, you told no, ma'am. Did she just tell me don't? What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm gonna need you to be what you want. I gotta honor you and thank you because she thugged out the first one. She drove all the way down here. Let me tell you about the type of friend this one is right here. I'm about to come back to both of y'all too. I'm about to. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that. We've been planning this for a little bit. We want to make sure like schedules could match up and everything. C went to work. C got on the road. C went and spent time with her friend. Then C came with this friend.
Yes.
B and C went and got something to eat that turned into a whole karaoke night because she let her friend be her friend. And we came back late, went to bed late, got up early, and we were committed to this. And then we had some frustrating moments for 2 hours trying to get everything straight and stuff wasn't working right and this beautiful platform was being the platform and it was just a lot. But everybody thugged it out. But the fact that you drove down here, you were a friend, and I know you're exhausted. She got lost in Chupacabra land because GPS was tripping, but she still was faithful to drive down here, faithful to put that gas in your car, faithful just to come and to show up and